IATSE got themselves a deal.
A Hollywood shutdown averted.
Breaking news, a massive Hollywood strike averted. IATSE says tonight an agreement has been reached with studios.
Yeah, right. It's not over yet. Don't forget to subscribe. And hey, look, we hit 420 subscribers today. Well, I was hoping for the best, but I keep looking on social media and seeing my friends' posts, the comments on those posts, and there's a lot of people who are voting members who seem like they want to vote no. They just don't feel like the union membership got them the deal that they really wanted to see. And like I keep saying, this looks like it's a trend throughout North America and really around the world right now.
The people now have the power, and they're using it. A wave of workers' strikes sweeping across America. Thousands across different industries have already walked out, and even more are on the horizon.
A new report by the Bureau of Labor Statistics finds that a whopping 4.3 million Americans decided to quit their jobs in August.
As workers across the United States in a wide variety of industries are walking off the job, thousands have gone on strike at food plants operated by Kellogg's, Nabisco, and Frito-Lay over work hours, pay, and benefits. Last week, more than 24,000 Kaiser Permanente healthcare workers in California authorized a strike. Now, 10,000 United Automobile Workers members at John Deere are also on strike, saying they were forced to work overtime while the company made record profits.
So I had said in previous videos how it seems like people are sort of looking for a fight. They're fed up and they're not going to take it anymore. And now that I see more and more talk about this, the Great Resignation and all the strikes happening in Striketober, I'm getting the sense that I'm not the only one who feels this way.
The International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees is demanding more time for meal breaks and sleep, along with better wages.
We take one break at 6 hours on the contracts that our unions negotiated long ago. They're trying not to actually have us break, because for them, if they don't break us for lunch, they pay a meal penalty. Those meal penalties haven't been updated since the mid-'80s, so for them it's pennies. They can make us work 10 hours, 11 hours straight and pay 4 to 5 meal penalties, but it doesn't affect them at the end of the day when it's Amazon and the show has a $300 million budget.
Specifically, they're concerned with what's called turnaround times, which is the minimum amount of time a worker has from when she leaves work to when she is expected to be back. IATSE has secured 10-hour turnarounds in this tentative agreement, which is progress for some members who had 9 hours, but many members already had 10. And it's important to remember that in this industry, 12 and 14-hour days are the norm, but 18, even 20-hour days are not unheard of. So it's really important that workers have the time to commute home, to eat, to spend time with families, and to get a good night's sleep before having to commute back to work. So workers are saying, you know what, I've had 10 hours, it's not enough, we want 12. You know, the other thing people should keep in mind here is that the agreement is called tentative for a reason, right? Unions are democratic institutions, and it's up to the membership to decide whether they're going to ratify that agreement.
And companies making extra profits and overworking their employees to get there is a big issue across many of the unions.
I do think that the agreement is not what I would want to have. I think there should be nowhere that it's acceptable to have an 18-hour workday. And yeah, what is a living wage? What does that mean? A living wage where? A living wage for who?
If you are going to tell the negotiators that you don't like what they are negotiating and you are planning to vote no, you need to tell them what you want instead.
So to be clear, I don't vote in the union. I've never been part of the union. I just have a whole lot of friends in the union, and the industry that I'm in and related to is really reliant on the union. We're really happy it's there. But there's a vote coming, and that vote's going to tell everyone whether or not they're going for it or not. Now, keep in mind, it's not a popular vote. It's actually an electoral style system. In other words, from what I understand, different locals will vote, and then they each get a certain amount of electoral votes or representative votes. And so it can be that the popular vote doesn't really match the final vote. And so because of this system, it seems that certain locals or certain subsets of the union might have a little more sway than others based on their relative size and the amount of votes they get. So this has happened in the past where different locals voted differently, and it was really a certain subset that really pushed the vote one way or the other. But nonetheless, the populations of IATSE members are going to vote, and we're going to see what they have to say. So who knows where it's going? I certainly don't know, but what I see is that it's not over yet. Now I'm hearing that there are shows that are putting people on 6-day weeks to try to get ahead of the strike. And I know of other shows that have been canceled or at least postponed because they don't want to start if the strike is going to start. So we're already feeling the stress of the anticipated potential strike in that some work is being delayed while other people are already being even more overworked because there's the threat of the strike. All I know is the internet scuttlebutt that I'm reading, and that's the direct comments from the people who are in the union, definitely shows that it's not a done deal, and we're going to have to see where this vote goes. So I would just say let's hope for the best and prepare for the worst, and if anything changes, I'll probably make another video. And hey, if you stayed this long to the end of the video, thanks a lot. It's watchers and subscribers like you that really keep me going and keep me doing this week after week. So maybe click the like button, and that way this ends up in more people's feed, and I can get more folks enjoying this work I'm putting into it. Appreciate it, everybody. Bye.